Did you know that nearly 1 in 3 Jamaicans living in rural areas is trapped in poverty? That's right. Behind the beautiful beaches and lush green hills, families in rural Jamaica are struggling to put food on the table. But here's the shocking part. Despite decades of effort, the plans meant to rescue these communities have failed more often than they have succeeded. Now, with a general election looming, it's time to ask, can Jamaica's political leaders finally get it right? Let's talk about the lessons buried in 3 bold initiatives that aim to transform rural Jamaica. If the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, and the People's National Party, PNP, want to lead a true transformation, here's what they should do. Pay attention to the stories and recommendations which were expertly compiled in 2022 by Diane Gordon of Technological Solutions Limited and Patricia Northover, Senior Fellow at the Sir Arthur Lewis Institute for Social and Economic Studies of the University of the West Indies. Drive through Jamaica's countryside and you will see charming craft shops, farms, and small grocery stores. But what you won't see are the harsh realities beneath the surface. Businesses struggling to survive, weak infrastructure, and communities disconnected from opportunities. In a part of St. Catherine, where sugarcane fields once sustained entire communities, job losses have turned many homes into ghost houses. When the sugar industry collapsed, the government stepped in with grants to help workers start their own businesses. The result? Most of those businesses failed within 2 years. Why? Poor planning, lack of market demand, and little training left people adrift. Only 9 of the 23 businesses survived. Think about that. Nearly 2/3 of those efforts ended in heartbreak. But one small group in Treasure Beach showed us how to do it right. Their story reveals how strategic planning and community networks can turn failure into success. Let us examine the 3 stories closely, as outlined in Gordon and Northover's policy brief. Story 1. The Monymusk Dilemma. In 2010, ex-sugar workers in Monymusk received grants to start small retail businesses like grocery shops and bars. At first glance, it seemed like a lifeline, but the reality was grim. These workers lacked basic business skills, and their communities were already too poor to support the new shops. Most of the businesses were doomed before they even opened. Interestingly, the women in Monymusk fared better. Why? They worked harder to keep their businesses afloat and invested time in their home-based operations. The lesson here is clear. Entrepreneurship can work, but only if it's matched with the right skills, training, and market analysis. Without these, even the best intentions will fail. Story 2. Treasure Beach, a beacon of hope. Let's head to Treasure Beach, a rural gem known for its fishing, small hotels, and craft shops. Here, the Treasure Beach Women's Group launched a craft enterprise with support from the Rural Economic Development Initiative. The results were astonishing. The program didn't just hand out funds. They worked closely with the women, identifying their needs and providing tailored training. They taught them new skills, revamped their craft shop, and helped them connect with larger markets. The payoff? The women increased their annual sales by 580% in just a few years. Even more powerful was the way their social networks grew. These women started sharing market opportunities, exchanging resources, and building trust within their group. This wasn't just about crafts. It was about creating a community that could thrive together. Story 3. Peanut Problems in Lime Tree Garden. In Lime Tree Garden, St. Anne, a small group of peanut processors fought to make ends meet. They received training and support from government programs, but something was missing. Even after years of intervention, their business skills remained weak, and the market for their products was limited. This story shows us that short-term fixes don't work. Without long-term, consistent support, rural entrepreneurs can't overcome the challenges they face. And here's a shocker. Lime Tree Gardens peanut processors had one of the highest poverty rates in Jamaica. Nearly half the community lived below the poverty line. Imagine the impact if this intervention had truly succeeded. The lessons for Jamaica's leaders. So, what do these stories teach us? Here's what the JLP and PNP must understand as they craft their rural development plans for the next election. 1. Tailored interventions matter. One-size-fits-all solutions don't work. Interventions must be based on deep local knowledge and specific community needs. 2. Social networks are key. When communities work together, they can achieve far more than individuals working alone. Building trust and connections should be a priority. 3. Skills and training are non-negotiable. It's not enough to hand out grants or equipment. Rural entrepreneurs need long-term training in business management, marketing, and financial literacy. 4. Think long-term. Short-term projects won't transform lives. Rural development requires sustained investment over years, not months. 5. Leverage technology. Digital literacy can bridge gaps in education, marketing, and communication. Let's equip rural Jamaicans with the tools to connect with global markets. Here's something you might not expect. Most rural Jamaicans don't want handouts. They want opportunities. They are eager to work, innovate, and contribute to the economy. But systemic barriers hold them back. This isn't just a rural problem, it's a national one. If the JLP and PNP fail to prioritize rural development, they are leaving money, talent, and potential on the table. Here are 3 bonus facts for you. 1. Tourism's untapped potential. Rural communities like Treasure Beach could become hubs for eco-tourism, leveraging Jamaica's natural beauty to create jobs and preserve the environment. 2. Digital divide. Less than half of rural Jamaicans have consistent access to the internet, cutting them off from remote business opportunities. Yes, there's a program to give free Wi-Fi to communities. Accelerate it in rural communities. 3. Agriculture's future. With the right investment, agro-processing in communities like Lime Tree Garden could add millions to the economy by turning raw products into high-value exports. The 2025 general election is more than a political event. It's a chance to reshape rural Jamaica. If the JLP and PNP truly want to lead, they need to act boldly. They need to listen to the lessons from Monymusk, Treasure Beach, and Lime Tree Garden. Let me be clear. The call on Jamaica's political leaders to wake up and act didn't come from the authors of the report. It came from the team from this channel, Impacting Jamaica. Yes, with roots in rural Jamaica. This critical work, conducted in 2022 by Diane Gordon and Patricia Northover under the Sir Arthur Lewis Institute for Social and Economic Studies at the University of the West Indies, shows us what works and what doesn't. Rural Jamaica isn't a lost cause. It's a land of potential waiting to be unlocked. But the time for talk is over. It's time for action. Let's demand more from our leaders and create a future where no Jamaican is left behind.